Thanks for watching this replay of Award Travel 101 Live. I'm your founder, Richard Kerr, and today we're talking the top 7 or 8 tasks that you need to complete before the end of 2017 so that you don't wake up after a hearty New Year's Eve on January 1st and go, uh-oh, I'm missing out on $200, I'm missing out on some status, and all the other good stuff today. So I'm going to go ahead and get us set up here on the page. We tried a little bit something new today. Throughout the day on the group, just to see if we can get some engagement. I put up a tip, a hot, quick share kind of deal, once an hour on the hour, and that was actually a lot harder than I expected it to be to get everything, to come up with things to share on every single hour. So let me get this shared over to the group so that we are good to go. All right. Hey, I'm back in the new place. I've got real internet service today. We're not going to get kicked off. Fingers crossed. Things are going really well here, so I'm excited to be going full speed. A lot always going on in the group. What I want to hear from you guys and gals as you're tuning in is tell me in the comments where you're tuning in from. I'd love to see the reach of the group, where everybody is watching from. We've had a lot of people from Alaska and from Singapore lately, which, hey, that's really cool that we have that kind of reach. I would love to know what it's like to be an award traveler up in Alaska to see, what your options are like there when you're trying to get out and about, especially here in the winter. Good gosh, I don't even know how everybody can fly. So I think we're all shared up. Again, in the comments where you're tuning in from, let me see all of that reach. Hey, remember, support the group. I love doing what I get to do now, right? Quit the Navy? Well, hey, it looks like I'm going into the reserve, so maybe I'm not quitting the Navy after all. But, sorry, my wife is telling me something's going on. Probably because I have 2 monitors going on tonight. Quit the Navy, get to do these points and miles things full time. And the way I get to make a living is by you guys and gals choosing to support me with the pin post and get your next rewards earning credit card through there. I get paid a commission if you get approved. Look, protect your credit score. Never carry a balance. That's the only way that you're going to come ahead. I did put up a tip today. It's the holiday season. A lot of people are tempted to do overspending. Hey, learn those disciplines. Don't ever try and carry a balance. If you do, there's some great 0% APR options that are out there. No annual fee. Get it paid off in those time frame that you have. None annual fee. We all know life happens, but please be responsible in this hobby. Not enough people are saying that. Too many people are saying, get this card, get it now. The average American debt still around $10,000, $11,000 in credit card debt. I don't want you adding to that statistic in your pursuit of points and miles. All right, hey, we still have our holiday charity drive going on. This is supporting Charleston Hope. Charleston Hope is a 501c3 nationally recognized organization. What they do is they go into Title I schools in a city that is very near and dear to my heart. I just put the link up to it for Charleston Hope. They don't just give money to the schools. They go into Title I schools, Charleston, South Carolina, where my father grew up, where I've been going my entire life for holidays to see family. Still have a grandmother there. And they stay all year. They go into the classroom. They mentor the kids after school. They make sure the kids and the teachers all have a Christmas, all have a holiday party. They had a huge wrapping night that they call it just the other night. I really love this organization does. Please go to that link I just shared with you. If you have an opportunity to contribute just $10, look for $250. Over 30 kids and a teacher get a Christmas present there at that organization. I want to make a big impact. We have 37,000 people as of today in this group. If everybody gave $1, right? I'm talking about $1, we can make a big difference there in Charleston, South Carolina. I don't have any group meetups on the schedule right now. What I'm looking to see is a good weekend in the winter for Los Angeles, California. We just had a great turnout in San Francisco, and I want to go back to LA, number one, because it's really warm. That's not a pun with all the fires going on right now. It's going to be warm compared to the rest of the country. In February, March, I want to pick a weekend to go out and meet up all the followers, have a great another Award Travel 101 encounter. I hope to be announcing the very good specifics, including ticket sales for that coming out soon. Speaking of, we just got Leslie tuning in from Los Angeles. Houston strong. Hey, my sister's in Houston. Been there a lot over the last few years. Seattle, lived there for 3 years. Lincoln, California. Don't know where that is, but there's a Lincoln everywhere. So let's get into the good stuff here today about the 7 or 8 tasks that you need to make sure you complete before the year ends. And I want a lot of questions tonight. I also want feedback on the tips that I gave every hour on the hour today. Hey, I called it Award Travel on the Hour. If you like that, let me know. If that was annoying, let me know. Say, hey man, it was too much. I don't want to hear it. Or you thought, hey, these tips were really good. Please continue doing that, and then make sure we get the viewers tuned in here for Award Travel 101 Live. A lot of questions today as I go through. Put it up. You'll see me looking off to the side. I got 2 screens here. I can keep up with everything. I'm not going to miss your question. So let's hit it. What do you guys think? First of all, tell me in the comments. You guys and gals, tell me what you think some of the most important things that you've either messed up in the past and wish you hadn't, or what you're making sure that you're going to do. Tell me in the comments as I go through it. So number one, pretty obvious. You want to check that Airline Elite qualification, miles, and dollars. Now here is the biggest mistake that I've seen people mess up on, is your Airline Elite status goes all the way, with most airlines, until January 31st, 2018. That does not mean that you have until January 31st, 2018 to requalify. You've got to requalify as of December the 31st, which is here in 19 more days. So don't make the mistake and think that since your status goes until January 31st, you have that long. You've got to requalify. That counter restarts right there on January 1st. Now, I started a master thread for end-of-year mileage run questions. I've said this a lot of times. People should know my thoughts on mileage runs, but I'm going to say it just one more time. If you have to do a mileage run, in my opinion, now there are several extenuating circumstances that can mean this doesn't apply, but in my opinion, that means that you don't fly enough to reap the benefits of that airline status, and you shouldn't do a mileage run. If you get a shortcut to status, if your employer is paying for all of your plane tickets, then it can be a little bit different because it hasn't already cost you out of pocket, or you don't have to do what everybody else has to do. About a couple months ago, I did, or even just a month ago, a Facebook Live on shortcuts to airline and hotel elite status. Unless your employer or your client is paying for all of your travel that's going to make you earn that elite status, I don't think you should go and do a mileage run. I think you should take that money that you were going to spend and look into 2018 to say, I'm a free agent. I can always pick the most convenient, cheapest flight. I'm not going to have this irrational behavior of a chance at an upgrade, at a checked baggage that I can get for free, that the credit cards give you for free anyways. I'm Executive Platinum this year with American Airlines. I've just reinforced that, hey, while it's really great, unless you're doing that organically, unless you're flying that much and somebody else is paying the bill, you don't need to go on a mileage run. Don't do it. Just be a free agent. Just use your miles to go and fly rather than having to spend this money and time to do something that you're probably not going to fly enough next year. Now, I know there's a lot of you who send me these hate messages. Richard, you're so wrong on this. I'm going on a mileage run. There's nothing you can do about it. Hey, look, great. That's one of the best things about this hobby. To each your own, you can make it fit your way. But look, if you're a little bit close, okay, go make one more flight. If you're 300 elite qualifying miles short, for goodness sakes, go and book that 300-mile flight and get it done. Just don't miss out. Don't get confused and think you have until January 31st. Check it now. Look at those elite qualifying dollars. Hey, is your statement going to close before the end of December where you can do more elite qualifying miles through spend on credit cards, which we're going to talk about in a minute? Make sure you know where you stand so there are no surprises. All right, that's number one. Check your airline elite qualifying miles and dollars. Don't get caught off guard. Number two, check your elite qualifying nights and stay progress with hotels. This is a little bit more fun because I actually think that mattress runs can very much be worth it. You can really pay just a little bit for some cheap hotels that are within a brand and take those benefits from paying at cheap hotels and get massive benefits at really expensive hotels. So back at the beginning of this year in 2017, I did the 25 nights at a Hyatt in January and February so that I would be globalist through 2018, and paying 2,500 Hyatt points and $50 got me these benefits that now I go to the Park Hyatt in New York. Now I go to Hyatt's and I get $100 breakfasts. I get suite upgrades. Absolutely worth it. So number two, check your elite qualifying night and stay progress. Hey, maybe you travel more than you thought and you go, oh, hey man, I'm just 10 nights short of Marriott Platinum status, which is now SPG status. Well, if you go and do one meeting as a Marriott planner, you get 10 nights of elite qualifying stay credit, and that can bump you up to Platinum. There's all kinds of articles out there about doing the Marriott meeting planner. I don't personally think that's going to stay around because of how many people are taking advantage of this, but it's something you need to go check in your Marriott account right now and then go read about doing the Marriott meeting planner. If anybody's done this before, let me know in the comments. If anybody has links to articles that are good about talking about this, put it in the comments. Hey, some of you guys and gals said that you really like the War Travel on the Hour. Sometimes you advanced guys have to go back to repeating 101. I know, and you guys and gals need to remind me of that a little bit more. So number 2, check Elite Qualifying Night and Stay Progress. Remember, some of your credit cards give you Elite Qualifying Nights. So the Marriott Rewards Premier Credit Card and Starwood Preferred Guest Credit Card offer stays or nights to help you make up any shortfall. SPG gives you 2 stays and 5 night credits just for paying the annual fee. And then the Marriott Premier Credit Card gives you 15 Elite credits just for paying the fee, and then an additional Elite credit for every $3,000 you spend on the card. Michael says, hey, the Marriott meeting planner, can we do that if you don't plan meetings? You need to plan a meeting, and anybody over 18 can be a meeting planner. And if you go and plan a meeting for 1 hour to interview clients, nobody's going to check if you're interviewing clients. But if you need to go interview some potential clients or potential assistants, then you can go and plan a meeting for 1 hour at a Marriott, negotiate it down really cheap. Make sure you give them that Marriott number and get those 10 Elite Qualifying Nights, which, hey, if you're just short of requalification in 2018, can bump you right up there. So make sure you go and do some Googling on that, and make sure you know which one of your credit cards give you Elite Stay credit as well. All right, so that's number 2. Number 3, and I have deleted 12 or 15 posts about this today, is using your annual airline incidental and travel credits from your credit cards. Now, I have a question for you guys and girls, and I want some of you to answer this. I am actually not a proponent of the Chase Sapphire Reserve. Oh yeah, I said that right. I'm not a proponent of the Chase Sapphire Reserve as it stands right now with the 100,000, without the 100,000 point bonus. I think you should get the Chase Sapphire Preferred because of the same sign-up bonus. And everybody says, oh, but it has a $300 travel credit. Do you know the percentage of people that ask me every day what they should do with their $300 travel credit they haven't used? It's getting absolutely ridiculous. So here's my blanket statement, and I'm going to go through all the cards that give you these. Look, yes, you can possibly buy a gift card to different airlines in different amounts and have Chase or American Express or Citi refund you and count that towards your travel credit. Now, number one, that's not the way the credit was designed to be used, and the banks don't like that. At any given time, they could change the way that that codes, and then you're stuck with a $200 credit card bill because you thought you were going to be reimbursed. Or the credit card companies go back and audit the accounts and say, for 4 years, this guy or gal has never used their travel credit on an airline. They've just bought gift cards. They're gaming us. We don't like that. Goodbye. See you later. And if you think the American Express Rewards Audit Team or RAT Team is a joke, then you need to go and read some threads on Reddit. You need to go and read some threads around Flyer Talk because it's not a joke. They're auditing accounts, and you don't want to be on the wrong side of people like that. So my advice is not to do that, is not to game the system. My advice is if you're going to be carrying these premium credit cards, you should be flying enough that you can use these things. So yeah, people are saying, who doesn't spend $300 in 1 year? I'm telling you, just today alone, I probably deleted 10 posts from people saying, how do I use my Amex Platinum $200 credit? How do I use my Chase credit? Why are you guys and gals carrying these premium cards if you're not going to use it? And please stop selling me on the Chase Sapphire Reserve. Preferred basically gives you the same benefits. It's got the same sign-up bonus. And if you're not using that travel credit, then why are you carrying that card? All right, so that's my take on what you should do with the gift card angle. Use it at your own risk, but I'm telling you, the banks don't like it. All you're going to do is make them change their rules faster. Think about it before now throughout the year so that you use those credits. So here are the credit cards that offer the credits and the credits that they offer. The Citi Prestige, $250 air travel credit. Platinum card and all family platinum card, Charles Schwab, Mercedes-Benz Business, $200 airline fee reimbursement, good for a single airline. Remember, that's the key with Amex. You got to pick that airline. It's only good for that one airline. Prestige is good for anybody. Premier Rewards Gold Card from Amex, $100 airline fee reimbursement, again for the single airline. Chase Sapphire Reserve, $300 travel credit, now calculated by membership year, so that's the other part now. Depending on when you applied for that Chase Sapphire Reserve, January 1st might not mean anything for you. It could be my membership year. Lots of literature out there about this. $300 travel credit, anything travel. Yeah, I can't believe who doesn't use $300 a year on travel if you're in this group. Ritz-Carlton Rewards credit card, $300 airline fee credit, good for any airline, but you got to call in and request that or do it over secure message. And in my experience, the Chase card is the most strenuous on what they say is going to count. If you try and buy gift cards on the Ritz-Carlton card, a lot of people have gotten denied. Some people, again, just don't game it. Okay, that's always my recommendation. And then the new one on the block, the Bank of America Premium Rewards credit card, $100 airline incidental fee. So that was number 3. Use your airline annual incidental and travel credits, and please stop. Oh yeah, Toshiba. Oh, I worked with Toshiba for over a year and a half. You got to use that, and you travel everywhere. Oh, Toshiba, you hurt my feelings. Oh, too bad. All right, number 4, meet your annual spend threshold. So several credit cards say, hey, if you spend X number of dollars in a year on this card, I'm going to give you benefit X. I forget about one of these benefits every single year if it's something I could actually go after. Here's a quick rundown, an example of these and things you might need to go check based on the cards in your wallet. So Platinum Delta SkyMiles credit card from American Express, 10,000 medallion qualifying miles, MQMs, when you spend 25 grand. Get another 10,000 when you spend 50 grand total. Ritz-Carlton Rewards credit card, you get platinum status with Marriott Ritz-Carlton, which is also SPG Platinum, if you spend $75,000 in a year. I just remembered I didn't introduce my bourbon of the night, and that's because I don't have a bourbon of the night. I have a very early flight tomorrow morning to Manhattan with, again, my beautiful wife, Emily, so I'm not going to drink tonight just because of that early flight. No drinking tonight. All right, Starwood Preferred Guest Credit Card from American Express. Earn SPG Gold status when you spend 30 grand in the calendar year. If you have the MX Platinum, you already get SPG Gold, so I would not really worry about that one. And then City Hilton card, which is going away, of course, so last year. Diamond status when you spend $40,000 in the calendar year. Know that this card is no longer available to new applicants, of course, because they're going over to Amex. So, and then finally, one of my favorite ones, JetBlue Plus card. If you spend $50,000 in the calendar year, you get JetBlue Mosaic status, which I actually really enjoy flying JetBlue, and I enjoy flying JetBlue a lot more when I am Mosaic status because of some of the benefits and perks, and because of flight attendants and even gate agents really do a great job of acknowledging your status, welcoming you, and then all the benefits are great. So number 4 was meet your annual spend thresholds on many of these cards. If anybody can remember one I forgot, please put it in the comments, as well as any other things you've done this year when it comes to getting those medallion qualifying miles, the elite qualifying miles, and all that good stuff. All right, so number 5, register for and maximize promotions. There are a lot of fall promotions going on, and you want to make sure that if you're doing let's go through a list of them, I guess, really quick. Marriott Mega Bonus, stay 2 nights, get 1 free. If you have 1 night and you got a really cheap Marriott next door, and you can go and stay there for cheap and then get your free night at a Cat 5 that's super expensive, it's probably worthwhile to go and do it. Excuse me. SPGs Explore More, 1,000 bonus star points every single time you stay. Depending on which brand, it could be 500 or 1,000. Up to 10,000 points if you stay 25 nights. So if you're a consultant, you're on the road all the time, you're at 23 nights, you want that bonus 10,000 star points, just go stay 2 more nights. A couple questions here. Aubrey says, my teenage son just walked in and asked, is that the president of the Travel Hacking Club? Yes, that is the president with his Coors Light Silver Bullet, only the number 1 in class for the presidents of Travel Hacking Clubs. Javed said, you were mentioning something about Bank of America Premier Card accidental fee. So Bank of America Premier Rewards credit card gives you a $100 airline incidental fee per calendar year. So spend $100 on check bags, on onboard food and beverage, anything like that, and you get $100 reimbursed. All right, Hilton has a double up promotion going on right now, 2 times points on all stays through the end of the year. And then if you're a Diamond member, for every 10 nights that you stay at Hilton, you're going to get 10,000 bonus Hilton points, which is pretty bad. But the last one that I actually pay attention to before the end of the year is the Accelerate promo, of course, from IHG, Intercontinental Hotel Group. You can earn 50,000 points based on what your individual offer is. Sometimes you can just do 2 or 3 nights and you can knock out all of those wickets and end up with a whole lot of IHG points. So make sure you see where you're at with those promos. And hey, I'm only 2 nights away from some bonus points. I'm only 1 night or 1 stay or 1 brand away from completing the Accelerate promo. It can really make sense for me to go do 1 more mattress run. All right, that was number 5. Number 6 is check your point and mile expiration dates, and this is going to be super simple. Sign up for an account at awardwallet.com. Award Wallet. Everybody should be using awardwallet.com. Enter all your logins one place. Make sure that you are registered for email notifications, and they will email you at different intervals from the time that your points and miles expire. That way you don't have to go through and check every single one of these programs, right? So awardwallet.com, if you're not using this, this is a 100% necessity to being a successful award traveler. And I routinely give away codes for Award Wallet Plus, which gives you some more added features. It's really extremely affordable compared to what it should cost, in my opinion. Really love it. Check your expiration dates. I love the app. And speaking of the app, here's today's brand new iPhone 10 that I picked up. And the hack to this one, right? $1,000 phone. No, I didn't pay it. I still have the Citi AT&T Access More credit card, which gives you a $650 credit towards buying a new phone from AT&T. So I've been holding on to that credit because you can't get that card anymore. And I finally used it today so that I only paid $350 for the new iPhone 10 instead of $1,000. So really great deal. And the Award Wallet app will be nice here on my new screen. I haven't even taken the plastic off. I just went and got a case. But looking forward to taking some really good pictures in New York City over the next couple of days with the new phone. All right, so number 6, check points and mile expiration date. And I have one more. This is going to be more, I'll call it the op-ed. I should start ending these videos with, hey, let's do a column on my thoughts about what's really going on and less of the data crunching. But if you have any questions while I go through this, please put it in the comments so I can address it, and then we're going to wrap it up here. All right. Plan for 2018. A little bit philosophical, but what does that mean? So you need to take into account really 2 sides of your plan. Number 1 is what are your travel patterns and habits going to be in 2018? Do you foresee a lot of travel? Do you foresee a little travel? Are you going to the exact same destination over and over so that it makes sense to nail down that one hotel and that one airline you're going to fly every time? Or are you going to be traveling everywhere and you just need the best deal? So travel habits and patterns is number 1. Number 2 for 2018 is look at the landscape of what is happening with the hotels and the airlines. Specifically when it comes to benefits, are we going revenue based? What are the partners doing? What mergers and acquisitions are happening? So some of the things I see happening in 2018. Starwood and Marriott, who already made some announcements just in the last couple of weeks, are going to really solidify and nail down this whole merger deal. What's going to happen to Starwood preferred guests? What's going to happen to the credit card products? And what could that mean for you if you're somebody who's a couple years away from lifetime Starwood status? Is that something you want to continue to pursue, or do you want to look at other programs? When it comes to Hyatt, hey, we have a new VP in charge of loyalty, and rumors are that things are going to get a little bit, better for the World of Hyatt program. Are you going somewhere where Hyatt is routinely available with a lot of properties? I'm just a Hyatt guy because the Globalist is so amazing. Is it worth you investing those stays to get up to Globalist, right? When you look at, if you're flying American, what's happening in the One World Alliance? So Air Berlin is gone. We all thought Aer Lingus was going to join. Aer Lingus has said we have no plans to join the One World Alliance. When you look at SkyTeam, hey, am I going to continue to invest in Delta Sky Miles? And now as a new Atlanta area resident, like, hey, am I stuck being a Delta Sky Miles guy? What am I going to do in 2018? Hey, Alitalia is probably going to be no more unless they continue to get these miracle bailouts. What's going to happen there if you fly to Europe all the time? You got one less option of using those SkyTeam miles. Virgin America is going to be no more. Vamos, see you later. It's time to go. It's just going to be Alaska Airlines. What does that mean if you're a diehard Virgin America flyer loyalist? Have you got everything transferred over? Hey, Southwest is going to start flying to Hawaii. Maybe they're going to announce some more international destinations. What's going on with your companion pass? Do you have it from 2018 all the way through 19, or is it dead? These are the kinds of questions that you need to sit down, talk to your spouse, talk to your significant other, talk to your boss, your business, and say, hey, sir, hey, man, what do you guys foresee happening next year? I really want to line up. And people might think it is silly, But if you're listening to this video, you've had that conversation with a family member or with a coworker, and they've said, "How do you do this?" And it's because you're making these plans right now. It's because you're looking at your card strategy based on your travel strategy, based on your spending habits about what you're going to do, right? I'm no longer a government employee. I'm now an entrepreneur. I now have expenses that I have never had before. I need to sit down and say, wow, do I have the cards that I need to pay quarterly tax payments, to do advertisements on social media? Do I have the new Chase Ink card? Can I get that? All of these questions, right? These are great conversations. Grab your nearest points and miles, buddy. Your nearest points and miles gal. Go to the bar, have a beer, and start talking about this entire landscape, because now is the time to plan. You don't want to be positioned wrongly and be 3 months into the year and go, man, if I'd flown American Airlines, I would have already been platinum, and not competing with very many people out of Atlanta compared to I'm gold on Delta, and I'm never going to get anything, right? So that is number 7. Look at the landscape, both in travel, both in what's happening in the hotel and airline landscape, and make sure you have a solid plan for 2018. That is what I have. A quick recap. I'm going to blow through these real quick. All right. Number 1, check airline elite qualification miles and dollars. Number 2, check hotel elite status and nights. Number 3, use that airline incidental fee. Stop asking me how to spend this. If you have these premium cards, you should have already spent it by now. Number 4, meet those annual minimum or spend thresholds for those bonuses. Free weekend night, free airline status, additional medallion qualifying miles. Make sure you know what you have in your wallet. You're not going to miss out if you're just short. Number 5, register for and maximize those promotions. Number 6, check point and mile expiration dates. Number 7, plan for 2018. All right, let's get some quick comments. If you have any questions, now is the time to put them right there. Julie says, hey, Julie, one of our most loyal followers here at Award Travel 101. I don't know whether it's because I just had 2 very strong martinis, but these comments seem to be out of sync. Don't know. Can't help you there. Probably because you had martinis. 60 nights for Globus is outrageous given the small footprint. Oh, Julie, I'm going to have to disagree because it depends entirely upon where you travel on a routine basis. If I'm a consultant in Atlanta that goes to New York every single week, I'm going to pick those Hyatts because I know they're going to be there, and I'm going to get that globalist status, although 60 nights is rough, and I'm hearing rumors now, just rumors, that that's going to be dropping down just a little bit. All right, Emily gives me a heart. Hey, Emily, that's the better half there. David says an ironic CSR commercial on CNN. I didn't watch it, so I can't help, but good luck watching that election coverage tonight. What a crazy world we live in. Lillian says, when can I apply for the new Hilton Ascent card? Depend on your site needed. So they have not announced those cards yet. They will be live for applications in January. We do not know if they're going to be in the affiliate program. I sure hope that I'm going to have access to them. I definitely appreciate you asking to support the group, which again, everybody support the group. Please consider using the links in the pinned post the next time. Sean says, I'm 2 years away from SPG Lifetime Platinum. I'm going to continue through 18 and see. Godspeed to you. I really hope that they don't mess you guys and gals up who are just a few years away from lifetime status. So Julie, sorry, I move fast. People's attention span these days is quite small, so I got to keep everything to 30 minutes, but I always appreciate you tuning in. All right, guys and gals, remember, I'm going to put the link up one more time to support Charleston Hope. If you missed my intro spiel, we are supporting Charleston Hope this holiday season. They are a 501c3 nationally registered organization that goes into schools in Charleston, South Carolina, a city that is very near and dear to my heart. And they ensure that those kids and those teachers are taken care of throughout the year. And then at the end of the year, they make sure that every classroom in those schools and every teacher gets a Christmas party. They get a Christmas gift. So I would really appreciate if you go $10 minimum donation. If you itemize, it is tax deductible. I really want to do some good for those folks there at Charleston Hope. So all our videos are always available for rewatching on the Award Travel 101 page underneath the videos tab. This is the page, not the group. And to make this less complicated, our YouTube channel, yes, the Award Travel 101 YouTube channel, is about to go live so that it's a lot easier for people to find rather than getting confused and not being underneath the The group is on the page. All right. That is all I have for this week. Stay tuned for the next few days as we hop up to Manhattan and have some fun up there without the kids one more time. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Let me know what you thought about award travel on the hour, where I gave a tip on the hour every hour today and built up the audience for this. It's so much fun doing this, and I will catch everybody same time, same place next week. And remember, Bourbon Q&A Thursday, 9 p.m. We're going to do a live chat rather than a video. We'll catch you next time. Yay, Silver Bullet.